Jack LaLanne built muscle until 95, not just maintained, built. Modern people think muscle building is for young bodybuilders. Jack LaLanne proved you can build muscle at any age, but it requires complete system adapted for muscle. This is not just training. Training is part of muscle building. Nutrition is critical. Recovery is essential. Energy balance matters. Timing matters. Everything matters. This is complete muscle building specialization system. How to adapt complete integrated system for single goal, maximum muscle growth. Like this video and subscribe. We're revealing the complete muscle building protocol. Muscle building physiology and principles. Muscle growth requires three things. 1. Mechanical tension, training stimulus, progressive overload. Your muscles experience increasing load, they adapt by growing. 2. Metabolic stress. Your muscles work hard. Metabolic byproducts accumulate. Your body responds by growing muscle. 3. Muscle damage. Training causes micro-trauma. Recovery and nutrition repair. Repair creates growth. All three are necessary. Any one alone is insufficient. Jack LaLanne understood this. His training created all three. His nutrition supported repair. His recovery enabled growth. Modern people often focus on one, mechanical tension, heavy weights, but no metabolic stress, too heavy, too few reps, or metabolic stress, light pump work, but no mechanical tension, no overload. His approach? All three mechanisms, complete muscle growth stimulus. Nutrition specialization for maximum muscle. Complete nutrition system has 4 pillars. For muscle, each pillar specializes. Pillar 1, whole foods quality. Same foundation, but meal size increases. Caloric density increases. More food, same quality. Pillar 2, adequate calories and macronutrients. For muscle, this specializes. Calories, surplus. Not massive, but surplus. 200 to 500 calories above maintenance. This provides growth substrate. Protein, high. 1 gram per pound body weight minimum, often more. 200 pounds requires 200 grams protein daily. Carbohydrates, high. Primary energy for training. Fuel training intensity. Enable metabolic stress. 4 to 6 grams per pound body weight. Fats, moderate. Essential but lower priority. 200 to 400 calories daily from fat. Pillar 3, micronutrient sufficiency. Same, but with higher food volume obtained easily. Pillar 4, timing optimization. For muscle, timing is critical. Pre-training, carbohydrate with small protein, 45 to 60 minutes before, fuel training. Post-training, protein and carbohydrate immediately, large meal, recovery window. Throughout the day, meals every 3 to 4 hours, consistent protein intake, support muscle protein synthesis. Protein strategy and timing for growth. Protein is primary nutrient for muscle, not carbs, not calories, protein. Protein requirement, 1 gram per pound body weight. 200-pound person, 200 grams daily. High, but necessary for intense training. Distribution, spread throughout the day, not all at once. Muscle protein synthesis is stimulated repeatedly. Breakfast, 30 to 40 grams protein. Mid-morning, 20 to 30 grams. Lunch, 40 to 50 grams. Mid-afternoon, 20 to 30 grams. Evening, 20 grams if needed. This distribution maximizes muscle protein synthesis across the day. Post-training timing, critical window. 30 to 60 minutes post-training. Protein and carbohydrate together triggers maximum growth response. Jack LaLanne understood this. He ate protein regularly. Post-training meal was priority. This maximized muscle building response. Modern people often skip post-training meal or eat too late, miss recovery window, miss growth stimulus. Carbohydrate strategy for hypertrophy. Carbohydrates are energy for training. Higher training intensity requires higher carbohydrates. Training intensity determines carbohydrate need.
Light training, moderate carbs. Intense training, high carbs. Hypertrophy training is intense. It requires high carbohydrates. Amount, 4 to 6 grams per pound body weight. 200 pounds, 800 to 1200 grams daily. High, but necessary for intense training. Timing, primarily around training. Pre-training fuels training. Post-training replenishes glycogen, enables recovery. Carbs also support meal satisfaction. When protein is high, carbs make meals enjoyable, help adherence. Jack LaLanne ate substantial carbohydrates when building muscle. Whole grains, potatoes, rice. These fueled intense training. Modern people often restrict carbohydrates while building muscle. This reduces training intensity, reduces metabolic stress, reduces muscle building. Calorie surplus management. Muscle requires calories. Calories are building material, but surplus must be managed. Surplus amount, 200 to 500 calories above maintenance. Too little surplus, insufficient building material. Too much surplus, excessive fat gain. Maintenance calories, your calories to maintain current weight, determined by body weight and activity level. To build muscle, maintenance plus 200 to 500 calories. Example, maintenance is 2400 calories. Muscle building is 2600 to 2900 calories. Surplus must be filled with quality protein and carbohydrates, not processed food, not excessive fat, quality calories. Jack LaLanne understood caloric balance. He ate surplus when building muscle, but managed surplus, didn't become excessively fat, built muscle with minimal fat gain. Modern people either don't surplus, slow growth, or surplus excessively, excessive fat gain. Hypertrophy training principles. Hypertrophy training has specific principles. Volume matters more than intensity. Moderate weight with high reps and sets creates hypertrophy. Rep range 8 to 12 reps per set, moderate weight, creates both mechanical tension and metabolic stress. Sets, 3 to 4 sets per exercise, sufficient volume, not excessive. Frequency, training each muscle group twice weekly, sufficient stimulus, adequate recovery. Tempo, 2 seconds concentric, lifting, 1 second eccentric, lowering, creates metabolic stress. Exercise selection, compound exercises, pushing, pulling, squatting, and hinging, plus some isolation, single joint. Compound builds mass, isolation adds detail. Jack LaLanne used these principles: moderate weight, higher reps, multiple sets. This built muscle while maintaining longevity. Modern people often train too heavy, too few reps, insufficient volume, then wonder why muscle doesn't grow. Rep ranges and intensity for muscle. Different rep ranges create different adaptations. 1 to 5 reps, heavy weight, primarily strength, some muscle. 6 to 12 reps, moderate weight, optimal hypertrophy, both mechanical tension and metabolic stress. 13 to 20 reps, lightweight, metabolic stress, some muscle, more fatigue. 20 plus reps, very light, muscular endurance, minimal muscle growth. For hypertrophy, 6 to 12 is optimal. This is hypertrophy rep range. Within this range, variation creates complete stimulus. Weeks 1 to 3, 8 to 10 reps, heavier focus. Weeks 4 to 6, 10 to 12 reps, moderate focus. Weeks 7 to 9, 6 to 8 reps, strength focus, higher load. This variation prevents adaptation fatigue, provides complete stimulus, maximizes muscle growth. Training volume and frequency optimization. Volume equals sets times reps times weight, total stimulus accumulated. Muscle requires volume. Too little, insufficient stimulus. Too much, overtraining. Optimal range, each muscle group gets 12 to 20 sets weekly, per major movement pattern.
Example weekly plan. Chest, 12 to 20 sets, push exercises. Back, 12 to 20 sets, pull exercises. Legs, 12 to 20 sets, squat, hinge. Shoulders, 8 to 12 sets, overhead work. Arms, 6 to 10 sets, isolation. Frequency, train each muscle twice weekly. Spreads volume, allows adequate recovery, maximizes growth. Example split. Monday, chest, shoulders. Tuesday, legs. Wednesday, recovery or light activity. Thursday, back, arms. Friday, secondary emphasis, repeat major patterns. Saturday, Sunday, recovery. This provides frequency and volume, maximizes growth. Jack LaLanne trained high frequency, multiple sessions weekly, adequate recovery between. This enabled muscle growth. Modern people often train once per week per muscle, insufficient frequency. Growth is limited. Exercise selection for maximum growth. Exercise selection determines where muscle growth occurs. Compound exercises, heavy, many joints, high stimulus. Chest, push-ups, dips, pressing movements. Back, pull-ups, rows. Legs, squats, deadlifts, lunges. Shoulders, overhead pressing. These build mass, primary exercises. Isolation exercises, light, single joint, detail work. Bicep curls for bicep detail. Tricep extensions for tricep detail. Shoulder raises for shoulder detail. Leg curls for hamstring detail. These add detail and definition, secondary exercises. Structure, primary exercises, compound, form foundation. Isolation adds detail. Jack LaLanne did both. Compound exercises formed training. Isolation added specificity. This created complete muscle development. Modern people often do mostly isolation. They neglect compound. Result? Small muscles, weak foundation. Progressive overload for muscle building. Progressive overload is a requirement for continuous growth. Without progression, adaptation plateaus. Muscle stops growing. Progressive overload methods. Increase weight, 5 pounds more, same reps, same sets. Increase reps, same weight, more reps. Add 1 per week until hitting target, then increase weight. Increase sets, same weight, reps, sets, 1 more set. Decrease rest, same weight, reps, sets. Shorter rest between sets creates higher density. Improve form, same weight, reps, sets. Better execution, more muscle recruitment. One of these must progress weekly or every other week, otherwise plateau occurs. Jack LaLanne progressed consistently. This is why he built muscle for 60 years. Always increasing stimulus slightly, always progressing. Modern people reach comfortable weight, stay there, wonder why no growth. Recovery specialization for growth. Recovery is where muscle growth happens, during sleep, during rest. Recovery specialization for muscle. Sleep, 8 to 10 hours. Muscle growth happens during sleep. Hormones are optimized. Adaptation occurs. Post-training meal, within 1 hour. Large meal, protein and carbs, triggers growth response. Throughout the day nutrition, consistent protein, growth stimulus throughout the day, not just post-training. Active recovery, light movement between training, increases blood flow, aids recovery, enables frequent training. Stress management, cortisol impairs growth, manage stress, protect growth environment. Deloads, 1 week monthly, reduce volume, allow full recovery, prevent overtraining, enables continued progression. Jack LaLanne prioritized recovery for muscle building. This enabled sustained progression, enabled growth at 95. Modern people often neglect recovery, train hard, don't recover, progress stalls. Sleep requirements and muscle growth. Sleep is primary mechanism for growth. During sleep, growth hormone is released, muscle protein synthesis peaks. Requirement, 8 to 10 hours, more than general health requirement. Muscle building demands more recovery. Sleep timing, consistent bedtime, consistent wake time, enables hormonal optimization. Sleep quality, cool, dark, quiet environment,
uninterrupted sleep, deep sleep where growth occurs. Jack LaLanne slept adequately, prioritized sleep for recovery. This enabled muscle growth. Modern people sleep 6 to 7 hours, expect muscle growth. Unrealistic. Growth requires adequate sleep. Testing progress and troubleshooting plateaus. Muscle growth must be measured. Monthly testing. Measurement, chest, arms, legs, waist. Measurements. Track directly. Strength. Can you lift heavier? Do more reps. Strength increases indicates muscle growth. Photos. Monthly progress photos. Visual evidence. Motivation. Common plateaus and solutions. Plateau. No measurement progress for 3 weeks. Solution. Increase volume. Add 1 set. Add calories. Increase protein. Change exercise variation. Still plateau. Change rep range. Move to a higher rep range. Provides new stimulus. Still plateau. Periodize. Deload. Reset. Build back with new approach. Jack LaLanne measured progress, identified plateau, changed approach, continued progressing. Modern people don't measure, don't know if progressing, never troubleshoot, wonder why stuck. Age-related muscle building. Muscle building can occur at any age, but approach must adapt. Young, 20s, 30s, high volume, high frequency, high intensity, build maximum capacity. Middle-aged, 40s, 50s, same volume and frequency, slightly lower intensity, focus on form, injury prevention. Elderly, 80s plus, focused volume, maintain muscle against age-related loss, lighter but frequent training. Jack LaLanne built muscle into his 90s, not because he was superhuman, because he adapted training appropriately. Modern people think muscle building is a young person activity, quit in their 40s, accept loss. His approach? Adapt training, build muscle across lifetime. Complete muscle building integration. Here's a complete muscle building protocol. Step 1. Establish baseline, current strength, current measurements, current diet. Step 2. Create caloric surplus, maintenance plus 200 to 500 calories. Step 3. Establish a high protein intake, 1 gram per pound body weight. Step 4. Structure training, compound exercises, hypertrophy rep range, 12 to 20 sets per muscle weekly, twice weekly frequency. Step 5. Optimize meal timing, pre-training fuel, post-training recovery, throughout the day protein. Step 6. Prioritize sleep, 8 to 10 hours. Step 7. Manage recovery, active recovery, stress management, monthly deloads. Step 8. Measure progress, monthly measurements, strength tests, photos. Step 9. Progress stimulus, weekly or bi-weekly progression, prevent plateau. Step 10. Adapt with age, modify intensity and volume appropriately. Drop a comment. What's your muscle building goal? What's your biggest obstacle? Share this with someone wanting to build muscle. The proof of specialization. His muscle building proved specialization works. He built muscle at any age. He maintained muscle at 95. This wasn't an accident. This was a complete system adapted for muscle building. Every element specialized, every system coordinated. You can do this. Use a complete system, specialize for muscle. Progress consistently, muscle builds. Subscribe if this resonates. Share this with someone wanting to build muscle. Implement muscle specialization. Your muscle will grow. This is specialization, not one element, complete system adapted, powerful, proven, effective.